All right, let's update that breaking news from New Orleans. We just got an update from the coroner. At least 15 people are now dead after what the FBI is now investigating as an act of terrorism. A truck plowed into a packed Bourbon Street in New Orleans overnight, the first couple of hours of the new year.
Here to help us understand how this investigation will proceed and what security officials will be looking at is security expert Bob Kinder, of course, the founder of the Kinder Group. Bob, always good to see you. Unfortunately, it's under these circumstances. When you look at that scene and what we know about how this attack played out, what sticks out to you right away?
Well, the detailed planning and preparation that had to take place in order to pull off a very complex attack. They had to rent a vehicle. They had to gather and then assemble the improvised explosive devices, all without tipping off local law enforcement or federal law enforcement. They had to emplace the IEDs. And finally, they had to circumvent hundreds of law enforcement personnel to gain access to Bourbon Street. I guarantee that rehearsals were conducted on site in the weeks prior to this event.
So, Bob, for investigators now, they're trying to zero in on a motive here. That'll be key to understanding what happened and who else might be involved. We know they found an ISIS flag in that truck, but I would imagine that can cut both ways, right? That could be kind of a tactic used to throw you off or a tactic used to kind of like stir up some controversy. Am I right about that?
You are, and the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force has purview over this, and it's a national resource consisting of dozens of law enforcement and intelligence agencies. They consist of investigators, analysts, linguists, other capabilities, and they collect and share information and intelligence on threats, gather information, conduct investigations, and then finally they make arrests. The entire area in and around Bourbon Street is being treated as a crime scene, and what the authorities are conducting is a sensitive site exploitation. They're looking at video feeds over the last few weeks on who entered that area, who might have been conducting surveillance. They're looking at the perpetrator's cell phone, email, computers. Who did he speak with? Who did he communicate with? They're looking at credit card information on where he may have purchased the improvised explosive devices. Right,
and we're also being told that he did not act alone, and that they're looking at other people as well. As you just said, we're post 9/11, we're post Boston Marathon bombing, meaning we've learned so much about security in the past couple of decades. What will other cities, including Boston, now be looking at in terms of big events? And of course, you have to reassess after events like this, for sure.
Reassessing is exactly right. And what cities must do in Boston right now, conduct a comprehensive review of our security procedures and plans, looking at the most likely threat that we may encounter. And that is likely, right now, we're seeing vehicle attacks around the world. And we know that we cannot defend everywhere, so we only focus on those threats that we will most likely face. And cities and states cannot do this alone. We rely on the federal government to provide us with collection efforts on foreign threat actors, and then simply to secure our borders. We know that ISIS-affiliated mules have brought in over 400 bad actors into the United States, dozens of which are still unaccounted for.
All right. A lot of questions still. Bob Kinder, thanks for your time and your insight tonight. We appreciate it, Bob.
Thank you very much.
And of course, the latest developments on this story out of New Orleans coming up at 6 o'clock, and then on World News Tonight at 6:30. You can find our extensive coverage anytime inside our WCVB mobile app.